Movie Toasty Show, here for you. Dennis and Adam joke about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Movie Toast.
What is up? Welcome to episode 228 of Movie Toast News and Reviews. Dennis, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, but how you doing?
I'm doing pretty damn good, man. I know it's exciting rolling into the holiday season, or you're just enjoying the Thanksgiving festivities right now. We'll depending on where you're at, but it's always it's fun getting to this time of year. All the great food and fun hangs that many of us get to enjoy. So, how about you, man?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, fun times. Well, you were at a wedding. I went to my very first sumo wrestling match to watch. That was something.
Saw that looked fucking cool, man. How was that?
It was interesting. Like nothing like what they play in movies and in TV shows. It's definitely more intricate, I guess you could say. And the matches are like 28 seconds or less, it feels like. And somehow it took a couple of hours.
Dang. Well, that's cool, man. That's a cool experience. Yeah. That's awesome.
I got an offer for free tickets. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not?
That's a new experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say yes.
I do it again.
That's cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, hell, that's cool. Yeah. It's like when I saw that, just like, damn, I want to go. That looks like a fun time.
That's you ever get a chance? It's out by you. Go check it out, folks. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but sumo wrestling. And you were at your uncle's wedding. That was good, I guess you said, right?
Yep. Went up to Oregon. It was a lovely ceremony. It was fun hanging out with the family, meeting now new members of our extended family. It was a good time. It's a good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the listeners and viewers will have a good time with us this episode because we got a lot to talk about. Let's kick things off with a little bit of news.
Let's do that.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Alrighty then, folks. So, a V for Vendetta TV series is happening over at HBO Max. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the movie V for Vendetta. I'd never read the graphic novel, but how do you feel about V for Vendetta?
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie when it came out. I saw it in theaters, and I bought the DVD, and I enjoyed that quite a bit. It's been a while since I watched it, but I think
could you see it as a series? I feel like there's a lot they could unpack in the series.
Yes, yeah, I think there's a lot that you drawing out a lot of those moments and really putting the audience in the position of feeling the anguish of those who feel like they need to step up and do the things that they're doing depicted in the film and the things that advance the story. So I think it could make sense as a series. Now, what comes to mind though is this, like, how much different are you going to make it so that it doesn't feel like you're just giving us like Mr. Robot?
What we already saw. Yeah, that's true.
You know, like there's a few other things. And now that we're getting another Rami Malek series here pretty soon that people are saying, oh, this is going to be very reminiscent to Mr. Robot. I'm like, well, interesting. Now you're going to have these somewhat similar stories running up against each other, but some are, you know, it is a topic I think is very relevant to our time. So
true.
I'll check it out.
It's scary true. And I'm intrigued to see who you cast replacing Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman, because they were so iconic in all of the stuff promoting this movie. And just thinking about the movie, you picture Natalie Portman with that shaved head, Hugo wearing that Guy Fawkes mask.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's now been like it's the mask has been so used that people
you don't change even know it up. Where it's
you
go for something else.
Like it's now associated with other things because it's was so like pulled into the pop culture, just iconography. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm curious, and there's a lot of other figures too. The other cast members, I can't think of another
It's
British
been so
actor that
long, I don't
plays
recall,
the
but
host of the talk show that he gets like assassinated in the movie. But yeah, it's a lot of great cast that let's see what they do with this. And it's like you gotta,
right.
I think you really gotta draw out those moments so the payoff is much bigger when you hit those big
Oh, hell yeah.
things.
For
So yeah.
sure. Yeah. All right. Well, HBO Max is making a Superman spin-off series based at the Daily Planet, and it will center around Skylar Gizondo's Jimmy Olsen. Now, I know you haven't seen Superman yet, but
Correct.
how do you
Not
feel? I
yet.
know you know the lore,
Uh-huh.
but I feel like Jimmy Olsen was a breakout character that everyone loved because Skylar kind of brought his unique, everyman, normal guy vibe, but he was also a ladies' man. The ladies were like dropping their panties for him. Could you picture like seeing him lead a show
Yeah.
based on the Daily Planet? And it involves, I guess, the first season will be heavily about Gorilla Grodd. I guess each season will be a big baddie that he's like investigating.
Oh, cool. No, that's I mean, easily. I mean, he did so well in God damn
I think
it.
of Gemstones personally.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was gonna reference. Righteous Gemstones. He was so fucking excellent in that. And I think
And
it's
the
a natural
character
for him to lead a
progression that he
show.
made.
And I think this setting, this world, it makes sense. I was wondering how they were gonna make a Penguin series work, and holy
True.
shit, that was so good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question the DC series anymore until they actually present something that is problematic. Still have to catch up with Peacemaker, but yeah, no, it's why
a good
not?
season.
I
Yeah.
think that sounds like a fun show. I'd check it out.
Now I know a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, we're probably never gonna get to see Lois or Superman," but it's
Or
like,
Clark, yeah,
we're forgetting the fact that Lois starred in the Marvelous Miss Maisel. She's a TV actress. David Cornsweet isn't really a big name. I
right.
mean, yeah, he's Superman, so it's like, why
But
couldn't
still
they pop up
attainable
for a couple
people.
of episodes?
Yes, exactly. There's still people that especially when it's like, I hate when you have to remind people this isn't their show, though, right? It's like getting mad Walter White isn't in Better Call Saul. Well, it's called Better Call
Exactly.
Saul, fucker. So,
But I mean, I get the fact that it's the Daily Planet, so you want to see them pop up. But I mean, they could easily pop in for a scene they could shoot them out in a day and have them pop up in each episode, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, totally. And Metropolis is full of all sorts of characters that you get to explore. And this is how you get to introduce a lot more of the villains, a lot more of the sort of unique, weird side characters that would pop up. Great way to do it without bogging down a movie that you're trying to get, and it helps serve the fans' palate, so to speak.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, staying around the TV, Noah Hawley's Alien Earth has been renewed for a second season. How do you feel about that? Have you caught up fully on season 1?
Unfortunately, I haven't fully caught up yet. We got a few episodes deep, and just didn't get it back into the rhythm of it. But I'm itching to get back, especially after the new news of the next Noah Hawley series. I don't know.
I don't have that in for this week. I feel like we're going to dive deeper next week when we get a little more news, or next episode. I was flirting with the idea, but I can't wait to talk about that one with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this makes sense. I've loved what I've seen so far. I think giving series a chance to operate on this level is fucking fantastic. Throwing enough as much budget as Disney did into Andor, and I goddamn loved season 2. The Alien Earth is another prime example of just let something breathe, let a
creator who understands what they're doing get to flex their muscles and do what they're good at, not just hold them back and neuter them.
Exactly. Totally agree with that.
But I'm excited for it because I really love the first season, and it's like, all right, the way the first season ends, it could have been open-ended, and it's like, all right, but
okay,
there's a lot more of a roadmap that they could follow, and
Should we quickly mention the other series? Just a brief.
Yeah, let's get into it. Definitely.
Rob Mack and the creator of
Noah Hawley
are both going to now do a Far Cry series for FX.
Yes.
Big question for me is, which story are we choosing here? Because
Well,
there's
that's
a lot
the
of
beauty.
them.
I mean, if you think about Noah Hawley, he's primarily known his first show that it broke out in big time was Fargo, and each season's an anthology. So it's
Right.
like, clearly they can just do an anthology each season. But what I'm more intrigued by is the fact that it's going to star Rob Mack, who primarily is a comedic actor. That's kinda cool.
I thought they were co-creating the series together. See, I must have.
Oh, they're co-creating. He's co-producing and starring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, now
It intrigues me. I'm like, I guess he has the physique. But
if he's
we never
not
got
a
to see him do it.
bartender on a tropical island or in Montana, then I'm gonna be a little upset. Or a fictitious South Pacific Spanish-speaking island that, or Atlanta or Atlantic. Anyway, regardless, one of the later Far Cry games. Especially when that's one of the things I love about the series is you have so many of the characters that they use actors' actual likeness in the game and an authenticity to it. And the performance is what makes the villains so profound, because who cares what the heroes honestly look like? That's you.
True.
You are in those shoes. I want
Yep.
to be really motivated by whatever the villain is doing for me to get involved. And there's a lot of great storytelling in those games. So there's 3. I mean, three is an okay story, but from there on out, it gets a lot better. So
Wasn't Juan Carlos in the last one, or maybe 2 iterations ago?
Juan Carlos Esposito, yes, he was in the last one, Far Cry 6.
I mean, you don't get a better villain than that.
Nope. There's a villain I think I can't even say more fucked up, because the things his character does are pretty fucked up in that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good bad guys. So I'm excited to see what's done with all that.
You know, it's interesting to think Noah Hawley is kind of like the Taylor Sheridan of FX. Like, he has his hands in all their high octane shows.
Which is funny, because Taylor Sheridan used to be FX, one of the
Sons
FX
of Anarchy, and
I was just rewatching that while I've been working, and it's just funny to come home and these random scenes of Sons, and I'm just like, oh, I used to like this so much. It's like, oh man, taste has changed a little bit.
Fair enough.
There's still some fun parts about it, but the dialogue isn't exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't age very well for this day and age.
No.
Although I guess for the Trump world, the MAGA world, it's normal and okay.
Very
more
true.
Embraced by them.
Yeah.
But for most people, it's down the line.
You know, normal people.
I don't know why I feel very dirty saying those 2 words on the show. It's like,
right?
We try to shy away from that, so apologies. Try to keep that separated. Anywho,
it's all good. So yeah, what's up?
We're moving on here. All right, so it seems as if the highly acclaimed Ryan Johnson show, Poker Face, has been canceled after its 2nd season. But he plans on shopping it around for 2 more seasons without star Natasha Lyonne. He plans on replacing her with Peter Dinklage playing that same exact role that she played. And rumor has it that Netflix is strongly considering taking the new iteration over to their streaming service. I haven't watched any of it, but I don't know. I feel like it's interesting to swap out Natasha for Peter.
We tried watching it. We watched a couple episodes. I like her. I think she's extremely talented, very entertaining. The tone of the show was what I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to be?
Is it comedic? Is it serious?
It is. It's both those things. But it's like, but you also have some like surprise, intense violence once in a while. But then it's supposed to be like this procedural investigation sort of story, like detective kind of story, but it's very lighthearted at the same time.
For me, that seems like all of Ryan Johnson's stuff, and it just doesn't sit well with me, most of his work.
This one in particular I couldn't get on board.
Fair enough.
Maybe if I gave it another chance. Funny, I don't know why, even switching it over to Peter Dinklage, as much as we're both fans of him on the show.
Sure.
I don't know if that's going to encourage me anymore to want to watch it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, so what? Are we just going to continue the story? So now I've missed out on 2 seasons I'm not going to jump in on season 3.
And I hear people have said the way season 2 ended was very lackluster, and I don't know. I don't know how you pick up from a lackluster end and then pick up with a new actor. I guess Doctor Who does stuff like that, but I mean,
it's also it's written
the
into the story. So unless it's your alien form is taken on a new host or whatever the fuck, I don't see how that's going to work over here.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, I think you'll be able to talk a little bit more about this next story than I can. George Clooney claims that he would love to reunite with his ER co-star Noah Wyle on The Pit.
That would be cool. Yeah, I loved The Pit. It was so fucking good. The drama is so well written and well performed. The cast absolutely crushed it. I think that would be an awesome addition. I mean, it's the show that I feel like really elevated Clooney to another level. So,
but would you see him coming as a doctor or a patient or somewhere in the middle?
He could be a doctor because the way that those not familiar with the show, it's a single shift at the hospital. It's not over the course of days or weeks. So we're seeing one 24-hour period more or less, and he could be halfway through his shift and only be in a few episodes, or he's coming in for to swap someone else out for whatever reason. There's all sorts of ways you could work that into him still being a doctor. There's a whole storyline with a patient who used to be a doctor in that hospital came in at one point, and excellent. I mean, the drama is intense. Like I said, the performances are absolutely stellar. Noah Wyle is incredible. Everyone on that show did an incredible
Now he's
job.
Not playing the same character from ER, right? It's kind of in the same world but different.
No, it's a somewhat similar tone, but I think this one's even more serious than ER was. When I liked ER quite a bit. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, but I liked The Pit a lot more. A lot of the other, forgive me, petty drama that they kind of fluff up with relationships and things like that. There's almost none of that because there's no time. We're just trying to get through our fucking shift. And you do get the those moments of characters' personal lives, of course, but we're not bogged down in those details so much that it's distracting from what's happening right in front of them. And I think that's what's so gripping about it. And that's what kept me wanting to watch, let's watch the next one. Oh shit, we got to wait till next week. All right.
And that seems to be the sentiment from everyone who's watched it. It's a show that you want to watch. It's the water coolers type of show that doesn't really exist anymore these days day and age.
Yeah, totally. I think you get a kick out of it. It's gripping in the performance standpoint,
I honestly didn't know that it was one day in that ER room or hospital or whatnot. So that's a little intriguing. I thought it was like a continuous story or episode of the week. I don't know.
It's all kind of building up to a single event that you don't really. It's a little bit of a MacGuffin of you think it's building up to one thing and then something else slaps you in the face and great
as life tends to do.
Exactly, and that's the point right there too. It's there's no preparing you really for the next thing. You just got to be there and jump in and get at it. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, great.
Hopefully that happens because
that'd be awesome.
Who doesn't want to see Clooney back on TV reuniting with someone who he started out with essentially?
And did an excellent job together. So it'd be a natural marriage of talent here.
Fair enough. All right, this next one I think we both can talk about a little bit. Keith Sutherland has said that Howard Gordon has written a new Jack Bauer adventure that is really interesting and exciting, and he'd love to return for the role. But, of course, it's out of his hands whether it will get made. How do you feel about this? I feel like we've got many different iterations of 24, and they're great, but we just can't recapture that original series, I don't think.
No, but it's also one of those, like, it would just be kind of fun to enjoy the character without the frame it was forced to be in, because wasn't one of the TV movies, was it the one where he's in Africa or something, where they lifted that? It was like the only time they actually took the clock off. So it was,
which is so weird,
right?
And that's where
yeah.
He didn't say what it was exactly, but I feel like it would be good to see 24 on the big screen, an actual feature, not just a series. Give it like a big, broader scope and really let it thrive on the big screen in this bit. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be cool to have that in real time too, again. So you just get that thing
128 minutes or whatever.
You're right. Yeah, it's the next 2 hours and 10 minutes are taking place in real time. I missed that. George's been slapped in the face too many times.
He has been.
Well, get
Sorry
ready
to
for
hear
some
that,
more.
George.
So it's happening.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
no, I at this point I would just like to see the character. I mean, years ago they were talking about doing a crossover with
Die Hard.
Yeah. John McClane
Why not?
and Jack Bauer. That seems like a natural. So and there's no way that I think they would force the Die Hard universe.
Although that'd be a good way to introduce a new version of what's his face, John McClane, because clearly we're not going to get Bruce Willis back, and they're eventually going to reboot that series. So why not have him cross over with Jack Bauer?
Who would be John McClane?
That's a toughie. It's like, do you get one of these hot shots? I'm picturing like Channing Tatum, but doesn't work.
I still think
Miles Teller doesn't work.
No, I think he's got to have a little bit more experience, you know.
But I mean, if you think back, Willis wasn't that old when he did the first.
No,
he was older.
No, but I think if you were, to pair him with
Jack Bauer,
with Kiefer Sutherland as more mature Jack Bauer, I would like to see a more mature John McClane as well.
Fair enough.
But that's would it be bad? I mean, yet another thing for Walton Goggins to star in. Like
that'd be interesting. That definitely would project him a little further. But I feel like he wouldn't want to dance with that. I feel like he likes to make characters his own. And would he be judged so heavily? I don't know. I mean, Pedro Pascal, he'll do anything.
That was oh my god! I was about to say that was my next suggestion. It's like, oh, Pedro Pascal, fucking throw him in there. Why not? He could be from New York and give him a little bit of an accent and boom.
Ooh, you know, I know this sounds terrible, but John Cena, man, that guy deserves a franchise that works.
You go the Jack Reacher. We started with Tom Cruise, and then we go to. This is actually how he was described in the book.
Or now that Mission Impossible's over, bring in Tom Cruise. He needs a new franchise. He'll do things Willis could never do.
He'll make everyone in that crew do things wouldn't do before.
Yeah.
But it might be running smoother. I'm hoping so. Let's hope this stays nice and smooth here.
Now we jinxed it.
Exactly.
Mine's gonna fuck up next.
I was about to say, and as I say that, and now it's chunky. But
it's okay.
I'll blame the internet there. But
hey, as long as we can hear you, it's nice to see you too. All right. Well, moving on. This next one, I think we can both say we don't give a fuck about. But Sony is developing a movie based around the Chinese dolls that are so popular and known as Labubu.
And next, it's no.
I feel like Labubus are already phased out. Like. I got some at Comic-Con. I've been trying to sell them on eBay. No takers. I got big ones, small ones, normal ones. Anybody listening or watching, if you want a Labubu, hit me up. Email us at Movie Toast News and Reviews. I'm selling Labubus over on eBay. So that's why we. But I don't know.
I think you're right. I think the fad is this is the way of the fidget spinner.
If this was a year and a half ago, right before it was super popular.
They would have had to have seen it coming, which the only ones that could have made it was a Chinese studio where they've already been dealing in this shit.
Yeah.
I don't. Let's
I get it. They're cute characters.
Canceled, you know.
But I don't know where you go with this.
It's not Trolls. It's not, you know.
That's what I was thinking. Even Trolls can't be Trolls. They had to change them. They're not naked little guys with jewels in their
belly buttons. Yeah. It's not that anymore. That's for sure. I don't know. Make it into a video game. I guess I think is the next natural progression. Do it.
That would make sense.
What's the? where you have to collect more shit. I can see it now with the guy with the dog with the guitar and the
Animal Crossing.
yes, Jesus Christ, make an
Yeah.
Animal Crossing style clone with these things. Cool. Done. You'll make some money.
A lot of games, and that's the next step. Oh, you don't want to have to buy the dolls. You make your own. You're on whatever island.
Now sell skins. Now you're just selling DLC packs of new.
It writes its own check.
Yeah, boom, done. You're welcome. We'll take 0.5% of proceeds. Thanks.
Yeah, just a third. Just a third.
A third. Not even half. That's great. Yeah, and it turns in that's like $30 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got nothing to talk about on this one. This next one kind of intrigues me a bit. Yeah. The rights to Roger Rabbit have reverted back to the creator of Roger Rabbit, Gary K. Wolf.
Yes.
And he is interested in making more movies based in Toontown, and his first order of business is making a Jessica Rabbit movie.
Interesting.
Okay. Not Roger, but his wife that everyone apparently finds
after the fact, right? After the fact of the movie? Like, that's what I'm confused. Are we going to retell the story, or is this like
no, I guess it would be based on a book. I didn't write it down. But there was a whole novel that he wrote based around her that I guess it would be loosely based off of, which would be different from the film.
So there is a substantial like story associated. All right.
Yeah,
Why not? Okay.
But it's
like you said, there's already a very well established fandom of Jessica Rabbit that is not going away anytime soon.
No, it's crazy that people still remember.
It's a classic film too. It's one of those ironically.
Oh, hell yeah!
It's not really a kids movie, but for some reason, every kid our age has seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that as until it got too scary at the end with Doc Brown getting all crazy looking, and then I had to look away from the screen. The dip.
But it's just like. I feel like we wouldn't be able to see him look the way he looked because I feel like that's Disney's copywritten or Touchstone's. Like, how do you? It's like I don't want to see a CG version of him, but I want to see that hand-drawn world.
Yeah, it has to be like a 2-dimensional drawing with 3-dimensional characters, like it was, like originally was. I think you'd have to present it the same way it was, and then just really sell it on that. Because what was that? I haven't seen it, but that Brad Pitt movie, Cool World.
Yep. That was a little more adult oriented. And I guess they kind of did similar things with Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers a few years ago, but they were more CG.
You did mention that.
But it kind of felt akin to Roger Rabbit. But I don't know. I'd love to see more. I would have loved to see more 20, 30 years ago, but I hope this actually fans out. But
that's
it's
the
like,
thing. They're trying to appeal to we are now the next generation of parents and stuff. So this is who they're trying to make the shit for.
True.
I honestly thought you were going to say a series, which I would have.
That would make sense.
I would watch that too.
Because you know what I loved as a kid? I loved what was it? Bugsy the Cat, or no? That's a video game. I just Googled it earlier. There was a cartoon set in Toontown, and it was animated. What the fuck? Now I gotta look this up.
Oh, it's like not the one with the baby.
Cartoon. Oh, no. It was like was it Bonkers the No, yeah, Bonkers.
Wait, Bonkers, like the Disney cartoon?
Yeah. That's what it is. That takes place in Toontown.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I love that show as a kid. Does it hold up? I don't know.
I watched it too, but I don't recall the story. Crazy! All right, well, fun. So there's more. Wow, there's more lore to the world of Toontown than I was familiar with.
Yeah,
other than it just being a park in Disneyland. And
apparently, there's tons of like novels written about Roger Rabbit. I'm like, damn. That's kind of cool to think about.
Interesting. I mean, it's a really dark story. I get why.
Oh yeah.
If you're even loosely a fan of it, there's a lot of fun that could be had in this world, especially when you're not abiding by studio rules and you're writing a book. So.
But you're right. It should be a series. A series you can do so much, and you can do take so much time to do it, seasons to do it. Noah Hawley, get on this, buddy.
There you go. Noah Wiley, get in there.
Get back in there.
You can take the role. What's his name? Yeah,
Hopkins.
Bob Hoskins played. Yeah,
I was gonna say Bob Costa, but I feel like that's
Bob.
a very different
Okay,
guy.
yeah, that's a different approach. The wide world
boy.
of
All right.
TV.
Unfortunately, tough times have struck the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. First of all, the popular Paramount Plus cartoon Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been canceled. As if that wasn't enough, the highly anticipated R-rated Turtles movie, The Last Ronin, has been put on an indefinite hold. The bright side is we're still getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2. And the main reason they're doing all this is because Paramount now wants to essentially make a whole new live action franchise, and they don't want to start off by killing the turtles and making it super gory. They brought in Neil H. Moritz to create this new franchise, and they want him to essentially do what he did with Sonic, essentially bring all the characters we've known and love and slowly place them in movies and make them super family friendly. I don't know. How do you feel about this?
I don't know, because I mean it worked for Sonic, but that took a lot of reworking. It got so much shit. We've already tried a semi quote unquote live action Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
that
Michael
didn't pan
Bay
out very well.
Up.
Why do this CG blend again? We've proven we have the technology to do a live actor in suit, and still that shit still looks good.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone else see it make the suits again. Fucking go for it.
It's easy to do. It's cheap. It's more practical. It looks better. And you can make them look even better than they look back then.
Exactly. You could they could be even better than before, and I think there's actors more than willing to subject themselves to the horror that it was putting that shit on. So
100%.
Come on, don't give us a true live action Ninja Turtles. That would be so fucking great.
And we were so close to getting the Last Ronin.
Yeah, but it's also like that's such a hard sell. It's not Deadpool, where Deadpool's almost solely lived in a mature R-rated world for only that audience.
True.
Ninja Turtles,
but I guess
especially recently,
if they were to do this, who says they don't make 5 of these movies and they're like, all right, let's kill them. Let's do Last Ronin. They could do it, but they probably won't.
Because I think the fan base would just fucking hate all of them getting killed off, and the kids, it's the ones they've drawn in with the animated films. It's that base fandom that they're trying to cultivate all over again, that they do every couple of years. I don't think you want to lose that. You want to keep that ball rolling. I think it needs to be a separate parallel, universe kind of thing. I just said it out loud. Don't make it a multiverse bullshit thing.
Oh, yep. Nope. Nope.
Let
it live in its own land.
It's just a separate series. Just let it be a separate thing entirely. That's totally okay. I think those mature enough to understand what the subject matter is can accept the fact that this is separate from the cartoon that's on, separate from the animated movie. Let's just
case in point. Back in 97, we got the Next Mutation live action series. It looked cool. It was cheesy, but why can't we get that today?
I think if you get the right people behind it and to believe they're going to draw in the audience sizable enough to see it.
Yeah.
But that's the hard bet. Paramount's just got so many irons in the fire.
They really do. Well, I mean, they just got bought out. Someone dished a fuckload of money. And they're like, let's just pluck all our IP and refresh it. And it's like, it could be a gamble, could pay off, could fail miserably.
Right. There are so many things that they had running. And the couple tent poles they have, one of them is coming to a close, whereas the others are starting new things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That seems like a lot of risk, especially after investing all of that money. So if you're gonna go for a risk, at least go for something that has a decades-long fandom that are going to probably, get their first subscription for Paramount. So,
agreed. All right. So Sabrina Carpenter is set to star in a live-action musical version of Alice in Wonderland
Yo,
over
what
at
up? It's
Sony.
Alex in Wonderland. I want to see that version.
I would watch that movie. How do you feel about Sabrina Carpenter getting back into acting and such an iconic role, not at
Why not?
Disney?
She's a stellar performer, especially as a musical. I mean, she's got the chops for that, obviously.
Mhm.
And then the presentation, she's very theatrical. It's very larger than life. So going into a world like Alice in Wonderland makes a lot of sense. Why not?
And I feel like it's going to have a little bit of edge because it's being directed by the director of Hustlers. That
So what age group are you aiming for? Because that's my next question. Who are you really making this for?
It's not kids, I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna be up
kids
for
like her music.
Sure. Oh shit.
Yeah, I feel like it could be interesting.
It'd be fun. Yeah. So
all right,
in 3D, I'll get baked. It'll be great.
All right, here we go. Of course, Wicked for Good just hit the theaters recently, and it's already made back its production budget in the first week of being out in the world. So, of course, the film's composer, Steven Schwartz, recently announced that he and the author of Wicked, Winnie Holzman, are currently coming up with more ideas and stories to tell in the Wicked universe. I don't know. It seems like a cash grab, but I feel like the natural progression would be remaking The Wizard of Oz. I don't know. How would you feel about that? I know you probably haven't seen any of these Wicked films.
Not yet, but it's there are things I would like to see. You know, like there are movies I would watch, just haven't yet. Val's not as big on musicals, so these are usually a tougher sell. But
understandable.
I appreciate the production value and the scope that they aimed for in that.
Oh yeah.
But going straight to like Wizard of Oz, I mean, I don't know, I suppose. But would it be interesting to then skip over Wizard of Oz and go to what happened to that world after those events, because they were changed so much? And then it's Dorothy's. Everyone talks about all the impact that Dorothy had, but we never get to see her. That would be kind of cool. And then she could be a separate character. That does she return? Or
the only reason I'm saying that is because in Wicked for Good, we essentially see Dorothy and the gang throughout different segments, but we never see their faces or anything. Well, Dorothy's face,
like they're going on their adventure
behind the scenes.
Okay. Yeah.
And it plays into what happens but no, I think you're right. Why wouldn't we just follow what's going on in Oz now that she's kind of killed the Wicked Witch and whatnot? It could be cool.
It's the rest of the people who live in Oz now having to deal with the repercussions of all these things that have occurred, and all the events afterwards. I don't know enough of the characters and the other stories that there's probably a few anchor points you could go off of. There
are a lot of characters they introduced. Yeah, I'll give them that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry, I have not I'm not going to be reviewing that movie on this episode. So if you want to hear my review of Wicked for Good, that's going to be coming shortly on our YouTube page. So stick around for that. Subscribe, watch it. You'll get it there. All right. Up next, while doing press tours for Now You See Me, Now You Don't, Ruben Fletcher told the press that he's currently trying to come up with a third story for the Zombieland trilogy that would hopefully come out in 2029 because he wants to do every 10 years meet up with these characters again. How do you feel about doing a third Zombieland film 30 years after the fact of seeing the original?
Speaking of cash grabs, I don't know. Kind of just go rewatch the first one.
I like the second, but it didn't live up to the magic of the first.
I think I watched the second one. It doesn't stand out enough in my memory to really like. But I'm with you. It's the charm of the first one is what made that film special. We had so much zombie happening in entertainment, in all forms of media, really. That was kind of like a fun breath of fresh air in a saturated world of zombie storytelling. So,
true.
I don't know, a more zombie. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be rushing out to theaters to see it. I'll say that.
All right, that does make sense. Will you rush out to see Black Panther 3? Because Ryan Coogler has announced that that will in fact be his follow-up to Sinners. And he's heavily coming up with the story and whatnot right now.
I mean, is the last few things have been pretty damn awesome. So I don't see why not. I enjoyed the last Black Panther movie as
it was good. They made it. They pivoted it.
Yep, and they made it work really well. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So why not? It's a title, not just a character. So
exactly. My question is, do you think Shuri's still going to be the Black Panther, or do you think with Doomsday and whatnot, we're going to get a new Black Panther from an alternative universe coming into our universe?
That could be very likely.
Like everyone thought, age up his son.
That as well. We could easily just say that much time has passed, which it almost has.
True at this point.
That I think that would be awesome. I think that would make sense, if anything. Keeping that lore alive of it's kind of being passed down through the through family members. But
although I love Shuri as Black Panther, I'm going to put that out there. But
she's extremely talented and very entertaining. So I wouldn't have any problem with that either. Like that's all. That would also be badass. You said, the Black Panther is a title. It's not a single person. So it's whoever's carrying the mantle themselves at that time. So I'm here for it, especially with Ryan Coogler behind the helm. Like, fuck yeah.
And the fact that he could do anything he wants at this point after Sinners was such a huge success. The fact that he wants to come back to the world that he essentially created, and he's probably could be sick of, but he has that passion. So I'm intrigued to see where the story could go with that.
Same.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
All right. We've been talking ad nauseum about this next one, so I do apologize. But it looks like Kristen Bale will be joining Leonardo DiCaprio, Adam Driver, and Austin Butler in Heat 2. I feel like the more we hear, they're getting a huge fucking cast. Do you think?
I mean, we're jumping before and after, right? So it's two different time periods. So you kind of have to. I mean, I get it's a lot, but you're trying to make a film. You're trying to make a sequel that already has such an established pedigree and such an established fan base that isn't a big franchise. It's not. You don't have the comic books and video games and cartoons and all this other bullshit.
You got one movie, one novel,
and it's exactly. It's the people who are fans of those things. So how do you make something that is going to bring all the fans back? That only these two things really exist. I mean, you got to throw everything you got at it. So
true.
I don't know, man. It is too many. Like, you can't say it's too many cast members, because then you look at something like Oppenheimer, and that had like 45 fucking people.
Everybody.
And it was
supporting
fantastic.
tiny roles.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, every time we get a new cast member, it's always crazy speculation that they're going to be this character. No, they're going to be that character. And there's different rumors swirling around who's going to be who. If this person if Christian Bale joins, Adam Driver is going to have to be someone else, or is he going to walk away from the movie? It's so crazy to think that.
I think it's so funny.
I don't know.
That they're getting, they're already getting told who they're considering them for. And we're all just getting it wildly wrong. And
why not just come out and say it?
Because now we're talking about it, because it developed the intrigue, because it's same thing. They don't have all of these other properties to lean on to like try to draw people out of. This is a device you're going to use to draw the crowd back in, get people interested. You get the rumors flying, reinvesting an audience and getting people to go back and watch the film again. That's
it works.
Right there.
I went and watched the first one, and but I will say, like, you hit the nail on the head. This is all speculation. The only person who's officially signed on, I believe, at this point is Leo, but everyone else is in heavy negotiations, which clearly means they're doing it, unless something terrible goes on. I don't know. But does this make you, like you were saying, makes people want to go back and watch the first one? Does this kind of make you want to give the first one a shot? Because I know you said you haven't seen it.
No, I
don't care.
I had seen most of it. That was also like now.
15
years ago.
Long fucking time ago.
I think I would just like to rewatch it on the merit of it's being the movie that it is, not necessarily just because there's a sequel.
Fair enough.
I mean, that could be, that's a solid enough reason to see it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
because like you said, that's a big name to live up to. You know,
Hell yeah.
these are big dogs. You're getting in the yard with.
They're not fucking around, man.
No.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
True. All right. Well, on our last episode, we speculated who could take over the new Star Trek franchise and what directions they go, and we were wildly wrong. After rebooting Vacation, Spider-Man, and so many other great movies, the directors of Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves, Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, are rebooting the Star Trek franchise on the big screen. And sources claim that it'll be a completely new take on Star Trek in the whole universe, and it won't be connected to any previous or current television series or movies. So that's a lot to take in.
It's going to be about a farmer in medieval times. No,
that'd be pretty interesting.
It's like, we told you,
piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a game night.
Yeah.
And horrible bosses. Maybe some freaks and geeks. But I don't know. I feel like these guys are good at taking a franchise and reinvigorating it. And they got an interesting comedic take.
It's just so bold to say when there's so many like anchor points that need to exist for it to be Star Trek. It's like, if it's not the Enterprise, it needs to be a ship very similar to the Enterprise. If it's not Kirk, it needs to be about the captain of the ship needs to be out front. If it's not boldly exploring new corners of the universe, then
what's the point?
What are we doing? Yeah, exactly. It's like, how different really are we talking? Because let's be honest, it really can't be that different, other than
exactly. Maybe same situation, different characters, new characters, but they're, like you said,
that's funny. If only there weren't 20 television series and like 40 movies that have done that. So I think it's a fun thing to say, but in practice, is it going to be different? Really?
Probably not. It's probably going to be Kirk and Spock and all that shit.
It does,
but
or an entirely new captain. But it's the mission's always going to be the same. The adventures are going to be very similar.
True.
There's just nothing wrong with that. There's a reason why the fan base is what it is, and people still keep coming back for more. So,
very true.
I mean, isn't there still a currently running series on?
There's I want to say Strange New World or Bold New World, an animated series, and then I think Starfleet Academy is coming out soon. So there's a lot on the TV side.
Ton, yeah, exactly. It's an ever expanding world. So I'm sure Gene Roddenberry's spirit is excited for people still, coming around to the franchise for the first time. And and
I will say it kind of gives me hope, because when we're talking about all of the names of people that were possibly up for this job, I'm thinking about I'm thinking about 007. Never mind. I was going to say it's like Edgar Wright. He'll do the campiness, but I feel like they could lean into the campiness of what made the original series so interesting, because it wasn't always serious. There was a little bit of
there was fun
to
stuff.
it. I feel like
yeah. Because it's like I think for it to run as long as it did, you can't have it always just be the same tone every episode. And then it's funny to think about that. It's another one of those shows that it seems like it just went on and on and on. When it's like, wasn't it only like 4 seasons or something? It actually
something tiny that. Yeah.
Relatively short, but I mean, by comparison, it was still like 200 episodes or something stupid, but or 100 something. But it's
back when TV was like 25 episodes a season,
at least. Yeah. I don't know. It's I don't think it's much like Star Wars. This fandom is never really going to die off until every last person that could ever recall this existing finally disappears.
Which
that's going to be a while. Yeah. So why not bring it on?
Hell yeah. Well, that is going to do it for the news section, Dennis. It's only right to get into the polls, I guess.
Let's do it.
You're not
awesome
wrong.
Music. Yeah, that would be fun.
Daddy-O Chat TV. There's been a lot of talk about doing a series of Galaxy Quest. Simon Pegg was writing a movie. Paul Scheer was writing a series, but unfortunately, when Alan Rickman died, that kind of fucked things up a bit. But now
Yeah.
there's a lot of talk about doing more Galaxy Quests in the near future, so you're not far off. Everyone wants it.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry for the listeners and whatnot and viewers. In our comment section, someone suggested, why not just do a Galaxy Quest sequel? That's what we're talking about here.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, but getting into the polls here, on episode 227, I reviewed the latest Adam Sandler movie, Jay Kelly. So I wanted to know what the Toasties' favorite Adam Sandler dramatic film was out of Spaceman, Hustle, Uncut Gems, and Punch Drunk Love would be. Now, most of those are newer Netflix movies because I feel like he's trying to come out of doing only comedies. So he's, yeah. I don't know. Have you dipped your toes into any of these or...
Uncut really Gems interested? Would be my choice. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. It was a good, dramatic, dark lane to have to walk down that road and follow it all the way through was fantastic. And
unlike anything he's done before, and it seems so natural to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, man? I know you're a fan of the Sandman.
I'm with you. Uncut Gems is up there, but something about Hustle I really liked. He was a basketball recruiter, and just like the plainness of it and the struggle of keeping his marriage alive and whatnot and trying to do what's right by the athlete.
Yeah.
But also Spaceman, he was in space by himself 90% of the movie as his marriage was falling apart. So that was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I could never get into Punch Drunk Love. I gave it so many chances, but it just was so, I don't know, not for me.
Fair enough.
So I think I'm going to go with you on Uncut Gems here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's find out what the Toasties had to say. 0% for Spaceman. I guess that makes sense. Newer movie people haven't seen. Right. 0% for Hustle.
That's a little surprising.
0% for Uncut Gems. This is it's crazy. The Toasties love PTA, I guess, for 100% for Punch Drunk Love.
Well, as you can say, a lot of PTA fans, I guess.
I guess so. One battle after another's on their minds, maybe. I don't know.
Right. That makes sense. I'm surprised it was all in for there. I thought at least.
Yeah, I thought there'd be a little bit of love here and
there. People talking about Adam Sandler doing dramatic roles. Uncut Gems is the one I feel most people refer to first.
No, yep.
Right? Like, and it's just like, well, yeah, that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, say last comment, same thing. Another vote for Punch Drunk Love. So, I mean, fair enough.
I gotta give it another shot. All right, just like I said with Heat, never really gave it its fair choice, and the people are speaking. It's something I should give it another shot.
Yeah, might have to dive back into, do it again. Yeah,
hell yeah. Maybe give a review here. Fucking 30 years later. But on episode 228, that's my boy Rick. Of course, you know that's mine, man. Adam Sandberg is that person in the test screening called him.
His clearly most important dramatic role. Thank you, Rick.
It is. I mean, a young man that impregnates his teacher, and he's a terrible dad. So his son, good stuff there, man. Him and Vanilla Ice running down the beach together. By far one of the best movies, but everyone fucking hates it. It's terrible. What a great movie. Donnie Burger. Man. All right. Also on episode 228, you and I both reviewed the latest film from Catherine Bigelow, A House of Dynamite. So I wanted to know what the Toasties' favorite Catherine Bigelow movie was out of Near Dark, Point Break, K-19 The Widowmaker, and The Hurt Locker. And this is where I admit I haven't seen any of these besides Point Blank.
I loved K-19. I saw it twice in theaters when it came out.
I believe that.
I
kind of assumed that would be your vote here, but I could see you also going with The Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker. Yeah, I like the story of The Hurt Locker. I like the cast. That one is honestly the hardest to go back and rewatch because I don't know if it's just as I get older, that handheld, just way over the top handheld camera style is just too much for me. K-19 though, stellar cast. I mean, Harrison Ford playing a Soviet fucking sub commander. That was a killer story. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Hell yeah.
Hurt
Oh,
Locker.
all
There you
right.
go.
In the audience,
Another
Rick
vote for
has
Hurt
chosen
Locker,
the Hurt
yeah.
Locker. Fair enough. And it's crazy. I've heard a lot of people talk about Near Dark and saying great things, but I've never seen it. And I want to watch it, but I feel like it's on like Tubi or one of those free streamers that has commercials. And I'm too cheap. You know, I just should rent it. It's probably like $4 to rent.
Oh, right.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what the Toasties had to say here. 0% for Point Break. I feel like that's a movie people love, but I guess maybe not.
I guess
audience.
within her catalog, I suppose. But
True. I honestly didn't realize it was her until I did this poll. 0% for K-19, the Widowmaker.
Doesn't
Kind of
surprise me
surprised
at
by
all.
that.
Yeah. Oh.
Hurt Locker 0%. 100% for Near Dark, a movie I still have to see.
There you go. Huh. Well, all right.
That fucking
I think I'll have to see it with you.
That's art looks pretty badass.
I was gonna say the artwork you chose is awesome. That's motivation enough for me to like, what the fuck is happening there? I want to know what that's about.
I feel like that's a great double feature to dig into. Fucking Near Dark and fucking Punch Drunk Love. 2 movies that shouldn't go together, come together in a great marriage.
There you go. I'll go to that drive-in.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What do we got here? Hurt Locker was the bomb. Pun intended. I do like that pun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Diffuse it, keep it alive, whatever works.
All
right, so that's gonna do it for
scene of the going through it. He saved something from every bomb, and then say, "Well, what's this?" It's all shit that nearly killed him, and picks up his old wedding ring.
Why not? You survived it, so why not relive your glory of living against dangerous shit?
Those, I mean, it's yeah. There's so many epic moments in that. It is definitely worthy of giving a few votes. So I'm surprised it didn't get anything. But
speaking of epic, I love the fact that your camera's all glitchy and you look like you're in a documentary and or a true crime doc and you don't want your face to be seen. I like that going into reviews here. It kind of adds an air of mystery. Get a little reverb on your voice, maybe.
Right? Yeah.
When we edit this.
You need to run my audio through a filter here.
That's going to happen. Going to do it. Oh, man. But I guess we should get into the main portion of the show here and talk about a little thing we like to call reviews.
Ice camera action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gonna blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would play.
Thank you, Rick. I feel cool.
It does look cool. I'll give him that. All right. Speaking of cool, Dennis, you got a cool new movie on Disney Plus that I feel like your wife probably chose, but I could be wrong.
Ironically, unironically, I don't know. I actually chose. I saw it scroll by. I'm like, okay, I need to movie toast whatever the fuck this is. Whatever's happening.
I almost gave it a watch because I knew you watched it. I'm like, I know nothing about them. You want to let the audience know what movie we're talking about here, Dennis?
Yes, the new instant holiday classic, a very Jonas Christmas movie. That's right. You didn't even know you wanted to see the Joe Bros in a Christmas movie, but now you got it right there available on streaming. So this is telling the tale of after we're concluding a 6-month tour in Europe. The Jonas Brothers are finishing up their show in London as we see a very, very, very excited a particular super fan that is featured in the movie with his wife and kids. That was very funny. Will Ferrell is getting his sons all hyped up for going to see.
Is he playing Will Ferrell?
Yes, he's playing himself.
Nice.
With his actual sons and his wife are all in it. And he's front row and he's just, aren't you guys just excited? And it's hilarious how much he's trying to pump this up. And so all right, he's just kind of a side character. So the whole thing is they're wrapping up their tour, find out from their agent, hey, we can extend it another 6 months. You could double this thing. As soon as the holidays are over and you guys are back, we can keep this party going. 2 of them being married with families, they want to get back to see their wives and kids. The other Kevin or Joe, sorry, Jesus Christ. Bear with me, Joe Bro fans. I'm going to do my best here.
Is Nick that what they're called, or are you just calling them Joe Bro? I know nothing about these guys.
I think there is an actual name for the fandom. I do not recall what it is at the moment.
Huh.
Nick and Kevin have their families they want to get back home to. Joe is he's kind of like the scene is a little bit of a womanizer, and he's always got the girlfriend of the week happening and never taking a relationship seriously. They all are starting, like, their beef has kind of been building up since they've been in close proximity, and they all just need to get away from each other. Well, a chance meeting with a certain Santa Claus at a pub, a pub full of Americans for some reason, in London.
Why not?
It's not, I guess it's not a curse, but it enchants them with, until they resolve their beef, they don't get to go home for Christmas. So little magical things start happening along their path as they're trying to get back that keep them one step further away from achieving their goal. It's a bit of a musical. It's got a lot of comedy in it. There's a fair amount of heart too. I do appreciate there's several cast members who are playing themselves. Nice. Several that aren't. It's quite the cast list too. Obviously, we're gonna get we get a few appearances from, like, Priyanka. She's playing herself, obviously being married.
Sure.
But then we've Billy Lord, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Randall Park, Laverne Cox.
Nice.
Andrea Martin, and
Chloe Bennett is a major character in this, right?
Yes,
I love her.
She becomes one of the main love interests, actually, to Joe. And it's a will they, won't they that starts to happen. And,
it should be with Randall Park. Will they, won't they with Randall? I love to see that.
That's the name of the new TV show. Will they, won't they, with starring Randall Park. It's sweet, but it's silly. It's really, there's not a lot of meat on these bones. This is purely fan service, but a very specific weird fan service. Like, it's fully acknowledging a lot of the original fans are probably now old enough to be parents and shit, and probably looking for something to watch with their kids. Apparently there's a new Camp Rock coming out. So since they started that, this is kind of reintroducing their faces back to the audience again. It goes from very basic slapstick, silly humor to, like, the pilot of a private plane. He's trying to take thirst trap photos for his ex-girlfriend, Billy Lord, to get her jealous.
And this is a Disney Plus movie, right?
Yes.
Like, how far do you get in that?
It gets
I'm
weirder.
talking about your dick.
Oh, no, exactly. No, we're going there. There's at one point when, out of desperation, they're trying to figure out how to get to through the next leg of their journey, and they see some posting about letting some guy from Craigslist do weird feet shit, and I forget whether it was Nick or Joe who's just like, man, I should have just let that Craigslist guy do that stuff with my feet. It's referenced twice. And I'm just like, who the fuck is this for? I'm so confused. But I'll admit, I had more fun than I thought. I thought it was going to be
fair enough.
A total throwaway, absolute dumpster fire, but it got some chuckles out of me. It had a couple of silly songs I actually enjoyed. It's silly fun for the fan base for sure. Is this something I'm gonna go back and watch again? No, but if you're looking for something silly, maybe it's your holiday party with your friends to throw on in the background, this actually might be kind of fun, especially if you have a drink or two and make a game out of it or something. It's I don't know. I all I can say is I liked it more than I thought I would for going in with very, very, very low expectations. So it goes by quick too. It's an hour and 20 minutes. It's funny because you can see they spent some money here and almost no money there, and it's just constantly kind of bouncing back and forth between those two feels. There's a few sets they just shoot the shit out of because we have the location, we've got this thing built up, we're going to do this, and then we cut to a couple of really bad CG shots that are just really Yankee back out of it. But I'm actually going to give A Very Jonas Christmas movie 2.5 slices.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I like that. Good on you, man.
Adam, I think you would have some fun watching this.
I was going to say, not being a Jonas Brothers fan, can you watch it? Is it going to still play?
I mean, okay. I've heard a few of their songs.
You're more of a Naked Brothers fan, right?
Yeah. One of my sisters was a big fan. Val had become a fan too. So I've heard the music before. Never pursued it myself, but it was a fun movie. It was a fun movie.
Nice.
No shame in admitting that at all.
Hey, but that's what you need. You need something light and kind of flaky and Christmassy.
Exactly. And it
at least
all
this
of
is
those
Christmassy.
boxes. Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I recently rewatched, or not rewatched, watched for the first and only time, The Family Plan 2, which is a follow-up to Mark Wahlberg and Michelle Monaghan's Apple TV Plus family movie, The Family Plan. And this one is Christmas themed. And I'm like, I put it on for my mom and me. And I'm like, all right, let's watch it. It's Christmas. It takes place at Christmas. There's no fucking Christmas in it, man. I'm like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
you, man.
Oh,
And it's already a bad movie.
Sorry, Rick, to answer your question, yes. Frankie is in the movie. He does make an appearance, as well as their parents.
Damn.
Yeah. It's the
Whole
whole
plan.
affair. Like literally, all of the wives and kids and parents and siblings and blah blah blah. They're all in it. So
You gotta love family, man. And that's gonna bring me into my review. I have the latest Brendan Fraser movie, Rental Family. All right, now I didn't watch any trailers for this, but everyone who saw a trailer said it looked fantastic. And I'm like, all right, cool. And a lot of people are saying, oh, he could be up for another Oscar for this. I'm like, I've heard a lot of Oscar talk this year, and most of these movies suck, the ones I've seen. So I went in kind of with a grain of salt. But so the premise is he plays an American actor living in Japan, and essentially his career hasn't really blown up the way he hoped it would. He's kind of known for being in this toothbrush commercial, and he's done little commercials here and there.
Nice.
And one day he gets this random job that leads him to work for this company that essentially hires people to be stand-ins in random life events. Like one guy, he's a stand-in as a sad American at a guy's funeral. A man pretends to be dead so he can hear people talk good about him. He pretends to be just all these different things, but we're mainly watching him pretending to be a journalist that was hired by this aging actor, Japanese actor's daughter, because the aging actor feels like everyone's forgotten about him. And she just wants him to kind of be able to tell his story and get a little bit of attention again. So he pretends to be a journalist, and he's just kind of getting to know this older guy. They bond a bit. And the other major job he's taken on here is there's this single mother who wants her daughter to get into a prestigious school, but she feels like it's going to look bad if she doesn't have a dad. So she hires him to pretend to be her dad, the kid's dad, and tells the kid, this is your dad. And the kid believes it. And he's kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. But then he gets to know her. Oh, he doesn't know how to feel about any of this. But then he realizes the good that it has on them and also himself, because he was lonely, he was desperate, and it kind of fills the void in his life and theirs, and he kind of just dives deep in his job. It may lead to some sticky situations, but yeah, it's sweet. And that's the beauty of this. Fraser makes this look like being a kind, generous, benevolent person who cares about everyone is easy, which it isn't for most people. Like, he kind of has this puppy dog charisma and charm, and just this lovability and just this heartwarming sensibility that he's putting out in the world here. Like, I fully embrace him being in the running for an Oscar. Like, I didn't care much about him in The Whale. I thought the movie was kind of self-indulgent and bullshitty, but there's real heart and soul, and I'm happy to see that he's getting a chance to flex these muscles.
Awesome. That's badass.
Yeah, and you get to see, like, Japan. Normally in most movies and shows, Japan is like a fast-paced area. Nobody ever takes time to breathe in the air and see the beauty. It's just kind of a city. But in here, they really find ways to make it look beautiful. And by Japan, I mean Tokyo. But we see all these sweeping, beautiful shots of Japan and other areas in Tokyo and Japan. Sorry, I keep mixing the two up. I don't know how. But no, you just see the beauty of this, like, beautiful country and this beautiful city. And there's some actors in here who I don't know because most of them are Japanese, but there's two people in here that I kind of do recognize. Like, one person he works with is like the main character on the Monarch show over on Apple TV Plus. I'm like, I know her face.
Oh, yeah,
and his boss is the main actor, I believe, over on that FX show Shogun. So I'm like, all right. But the other people in this are fantastic too. And the little girl is just so goddamn delightful. And it's just such a fun time. Like, this is a movie that I feel like we need right now at this day and age. Like, just a beautiful, heartwarming, kind-hearted movie. But it has edge. Like, he's sleeping with a prostitute. He has a relationship with a prostitute. There's all these things that are going on, but it's not like overly sexualized. It's a business expense. And like, it's like
Right.
you see some seedy things happening, but it's more wholesome. And I feel like the whole family can get behind this movie. It's PG-13. It's an hour and 50 minutes. And I would have watched another hour and a half of this movie because it was so damn fantastic. I will say cinematography wasn't that spectacular. There was nothing that stood out besides the story and the acting, but they make it so damn good. Like, I'm going to give Rental Family 3.5 slices of toast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I highly suggest if you get a chance to see it, to check it out.
Yeah. This one, I too was pulled in by the trailers for that. And I was very curious about this, especially given that what the story is, the setup for it. So, and I saw the comment there. I'm curious. There's been a lot of,
true.
A movie can be great.
It won't be for everyone. I do get it could be forgettable for sure.
Right. Like, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to watch it multiple times, but there's nothing wrong with that. Just appreciating that experience of taking it in at least that first time. And that sounds like a cool setting. You didn't see it in a festival like that, but
the festival I was at a few weeks ago, I wanted to see it, but we didn't get tickets for it. I'm like, fuck, but I'm like, it came out a month later. So I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Nice.
Yeah. But
awesome, man.
Yeah. You have another movie that was playing at a festival that I went to, but I had zero interest in, and I am wondering if it was any good or not. A new Netflix film.
Yes. My next review is going to be the newly dropped Netflix film, as Adam just referred, Train Dreams. So this is telling the story of a man named Robert Grenier that were roughly, it's the early 1900s. He's sort of a loner, lived on his own or kind of just took care of himself for a good part of his life, out in the Idaho wilderness. He'd work he'd work for timber companies, cutting down trees, and where the work was. He met the woman of his dreams named Gladys, played by Felicity Jones. And the whole story is yes. And their chemistry in this is fantastic.
Nice.
Joel Egerton is our main character.
He's a fantastic actor.
He is wonderful. And it's this is definitely an actor's piece here. This is something that I see why the people who are drawn to this film, why they wanted to do it, because it is so full of just having to give yourself over to the role. It is narrated by Will Patton, and his fantastic voice that did such a good job. It wasn't too invasive. You didn't hear him too often. You heard him just enough. And it is based on a novella, I want to say. So, which makes total sense given the tone. And again, we're kind of watching this. We're watching this man at the turn of the century, watching the world change around him, going from having no family, literally was sent on a train by his parents to never see them again. He has no idea when he was born.
Wow.
He made himself, so to speak.
That's pretty cool.
We're watching the dawn of not only our rail lines stretching further than they ever have. Technology is rapidly changing around him, but it's the journey of this man struggling with, unfortunately, things we're still struggling with today. Early on in his career, when he was dropping timber for a rail company, there was a Chinese man he was working closely with for a long period of time. He actually developed a friendship with, that was murdered in front of him for no explainable reason. So we never find out, but he's haunted by the ghost of this man pretty much for the rest of his life. And then where his life is blessed with many, many things, he suffers more tragedies along the way. And I think it's a beautifully told story of his journey through very, very familiar and understandable life events to offering perspectives that I feel like don't get shown very often. And Joel Egerton, my God, I just the weight he brings to the screen, that gravity of just carrying his world on his shoulders from one event to the next. I kind of made a joke afterwards that it's like a much more serious and I think a much better version of like Forrest Gump almost, where instead of just picking these highlight moments, it's not highlight moments in Americana, but it is the tone that's changing, and it's that reality of like adulthood, more or less. Even though he's a grown man, once the story really gets going, it's addressing these life events and blessings and tragedies, so to, without putting too fine a point on everything. I thought it was beautiful. I mean,
nice.
Eyes welled up at one point, a couple times actually. It's and then there was I even had some laughs in there. Carrie Condon did a wonderful job.
Ooh.
I just reviewed F1 last week. Here she is again over in this film.
Nice.
William H. Macy did a fucking wonderful job. It's a small role, but in fact, it took me a minute to realize it was even him. I'm like,
oh really? He gets that lost in it,
and just the
is it his look, or
he just looks so old that I believe it was really him. It's like they just told him to stop shaving for a few weeks, and
it's funny. I saw him in The Running Man, and I'm like, oh, it's nice to see him again. I haven't seen him in a while, and then he's in this too. It's like good for him.
Right.
I haven't seen him since Shameless.
Oh,
or Ricky Stenicki, I guess.
There you go. Mind. I thought it was a beautiful film. It was kind of nice, very poetic. It's not afraid of kind of using some imagination. There, you do see he has a couple reoccurring dreams that come up throughout the film. It's not just a clever title. There is a lot to be said about this. I thought it was a beautiful movie. I think it's something very much worth watching.
I think I'll have to give it a
slow burn, but it's still only an hour 42 minutes. To me, it doesn't drag. It's quiet. I mean, legit, the sound of the forest is something that is featured heavily.
So it's kind of tranquil a bit.
Yes, melancholy. I would almost say, because it's the themes that we're exploring are heavy, but it's a very good look into them, rather than trying to shy away from those feelings. Not being afraid to just experience it and wear it on your sleeve instead of hiding it away or anything like that, and in the best possible way. So yeah, I think I'm going to give Train Dreams 4 slices, because I have absolutely nothing negative to say about this. I loved it. As soon as it was over, we were immediately talking about it, and it was I think a very, I don't want to just toss the word profound out there, but that's how I felt after
go ahead, man.
finishing watching the movie. And it was fantastic.
Not bad. Well, I think you sold me on it, man. I gotta give it a shot.
So.
Although I'm not normally a fan of like slow burns, but all the stills and posters and promo art looks beautiful for it.
The cinematography I thought was gorgeous. There's I didn't look up where the film locations were, but it definitely, I would believe they were in at least Montana, or probably the more remote parts of Idaho, because there's parts of Idaho that definitely look like that. Yeah, man, no, that was great. Great movie.
Bad. And that's over on Netflix right now.
Netflix,
right?
yes.
I'm not gonna lie. See, this is the issue of not watching trailers as much as most people, or not reading synopsis. I apologize, it's gonna sound terrible. I thought this was a movie about a man with autism. I don't know. I felt weird. I'm like, it's about a guy who loves trains. He's probably
he could. I don't know. No, I don't think so. No, what's funny is that's a theme that comes up a few times. If it's like, well, you're Robert, right? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I've heard about you from town. They say you're weird. No, is that what they're saying about me? Like, it's but for different reasons.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I think you could get into this one. It's like I said, there's a lot of visual symbolism, but all told in I think a very beautiful story. Beautiful and tragic.
Fair enough. I'm gonna stick with the themes of beautiful and tragics with my next movie. I have the latest Chloe Zhao film, Hamnet. This is a movie I had no interest in, but I give every movie a shot. So it's about a young man, he's the black sheep of his family, played by Paul Mescal, and a young woman who's also a black sheep of her family. She's older, she's not married, and this takes place back in the day, like way back in the day. And she's a black sheep, and the two kind of find one another, and they fall in love, have a secret relationship, but then she gets pregnant, and they decide to get married. And right before they give birth to their first kid, she realizes the man is working with his dad. He's kind of miserable. The dad's kind of abusive. And she's like, if he keeps doing this, I'm going to probably lose him. He's going to snap. Something's going to happen. He really should go to the big city and find a job in London. And I'll kind of stay here and raise the kid. So that essentially happens. And then she gets pregnant again. And it's like, all right, now she gets pregnant again. It turns out she gets pregnant with one kid, but it turns out to be twins. And it's about the struggle of like keeping the family essentially financially stable, keeping everyone happy, even though they're at such a distance. She doesn't want to move to the big city because she's used to living in her small town. And the kids kind of are there. They have all their grandparents and other family members. And it's just this really interesting piece. Like, all I knew about it was it's like, oh, this has something to do with Shakespeare, but I think it's going to involve a kid dying. And that's kind of the reason that I didn't want to see it. I don't give a fuck about Shakespeare. I don't give a fuck about, well, I don't want to see or think about kids dying because it's
right. Sure. Yeah.
But like, by the time this movie was kicking off, like, I forgot all of that. That all escaped my brain. I'm like, I'm just engrossed in watching these people make this marriage work and this family grow.
Jesus,
And then a kid dies. And then that really drives a wedge between these two. And then it turns out, oh shit, this guy who I think they just call him William is really William Shakespeare. And he takes his grief and writes Hamlet. And that's kind of the basis of Hamlet, supposedly. I mean, it's very loosely based. But I'm like, holy fuck, I should have probably known that this was what it was. But so it's essentially kind of like a biopic about Hamlet, about William Shakespeare. And
that sounds kind of like the best way to see it, though, too.
Yeah.
Just to not even realize this is the story you're stepping into. And that's pretty awesome, actually.
And that's the thing. I'm like, okay, if I watched the trailer, maybe I would have known that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's common knowledge. So I apologize if I'm spoiling anything, but I think that's literally, oh, nope. I'm looking at the description. William Shakespeare and his wife, Agnes, celebrate the birth of their son. All right. So I'm not spoiling anything there. But I'm not gonna lie. I had no interest, like I said, because I don't really know Chloe Zhao's films. I just know Eternals and the movie before that. And the movie before Eternals looked boring as shit. And Eternals was one of my least favorite MCU movies. And I was so bored. And I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to see that movie. It's a period piece. It looks like it's going to be a slow burn. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes. It's probably going to drag on and I'm just going to be tired and fall asleep. But it was the opposite, man. I was engaged the whole time, wide awake, edge of my seat, never knowing where it's going. It looks beautiful as hell. Like the sets, you feel like you're transported back in time. And like, it's so believable.
Awesome.
The wardrobe is sexy. The acting, by God, I already loved Paul Mescal and Jesse Buckley. They're always good in what they do, but they are like taking their skills to the next level with this. Like so goddamn emotional, man. Like this is another one where like there's been a lot of awards buzz about, and another one where I'm like, this movie deserves to win some awards. I could see them being in best actor and actress categories and possibly winning for this.
Damn.
And there's a score that's just haunting throughout the whole movie that's kind of beautiful. I really, really had a blast watching this. Like it's 2 hours and 5 minutes, but it flies by. Awesome. Never a dull moment, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it's heavy subject matter, but if you just immerse yourself in the story, it's gripping. I'm gonna give Hamnet 4 slices of toast as well, like yours.
Awesome.
I feel like
great.
As you were talking, I feel like this and Train Dreams would be a good double feature.
No, I was gonna say it sounds like similar tones there. Well, it's like, well, I know I'm gonna be adding this to my Netflix list as soon as it's available there. That sounds great.
This is coming out limited release this upcoming Friday, the 26th, but it will be releasing further in wider theatrical release on December 12th. I do apologize in the scroll. If you're watching, I say it's coming to Netflix, but it's not. Sorry about that. It was a typo on my end. But
Gotcha.
it will be somewhere streaming within the next year. So
Sure.
when it does hit streaming, check it out. If you can see it on the big screen, you should. It's good to watch while on the big screen. But I get tickets are high and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I had a blast watching it. That's
Nice.
all I guess I can say about that.
I'm intrigued by that. I liked reading Shakespeare's work in high school and stuff, and the story of the man himself is also like its own tragedy. So like it's I could I'm up for that. I'd check that out.
And that's the thing. Like it's funny when his wife knew that he was putting on a play after their child died, but she was under the assumption that it was a comedy. But one day, like her stepmother's like, "Oh, everyone knows that this is a drama." And she's like, "What?" And her brother go to London to see it. And then once she hears people saying her son's name, she starts getting pissed off. She's irritated. And then once she sees the performance and her husband actually acting in it, she realizes, oh, this is his way of grieving. This is celebrating our son. And it really, like, I teared up watching this movie multiple times, dude. Like, it is touching as hell. Just beautiful. It makes me want to actually go and watch Hamlet on stage. Like maybe I might have a greater appreciation for it. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's awesome. That's
yeah. So sounds like we had some 4 pretty decent movies to go and check out if you're looking for something to watch this week.
Especially if it's a big movie watching holiday or time of year for that matter.
Yeah.
Whatever holiday you're celebrating here in the next couple of months. A lot of great flicks to go check out and start peeling off the queue there.
But that's gonna bring us to the end of the show here, I think, Dennis.
That's right. That's right.
Close
the books
I'm shocked.
on 228.
Woo!
But before we go, folks, let's just throw another little fun reminder out there for a little something that we got coming up here pretty soon.
Oh boy.
In fact, that is Movie Toast the Festival. That's right. We're doing the fifth year of Movie Toast the Festival. It is a whirlwind of short films collected from around the world, submitted by some very fun, talented filmmakers telling all sorts of different stories in different formats. Just to see all of the different approaches folks can have through not just what they want shown in the frame, but the scripts being written, the performances being given, down to the music on some of the ones, especially in past seasons. There's been some great original music written for these things.
Yes,
it's all across the board. It's a fun time, and like I said, it's films from around the world, so all sorts of cultures, languages, and experiences that I think are all worth being put on screen. So please come and join us for a
now.
We
don't have the date figured out yet, and we're hoping to try something different. We're hoping to live stream this. One day live stream right on YouTube, free to watch. And we're gonna be hopefully in the next week or two doing a test run, and we're gonna show some of our work and kind of just making sure we can do the time frame and it's not going to be super glitchy, and just doing a dry run. So if you want to see some of our work and see what we've done, it might be interesting into checking that out. Like, it might not be, but a little extra toast for you guys and
absolutely
gals.
Yeah,
whatnot. But like we said, that's going to be coming in a couple of days, and we're going to talk about when the festival is happening. But there's only one way to find out besides listening or watching this show. To stay in the loop, you're going to want to follow us on our socials. We got 2 Facebook pages. We got an X, an Instagram, a TikTok, a Thread, a Blue Sky, YouTube, all at movie_toast for the most part. So I'm putting up daily videos, clips of this, different reviews, different that we're not talking about on the show, different trailer reactions, out of the theater reactions, and just random shit. Dennis sometimes plays video games on the live stream and whatnot, but yeah, so why not follow us? Because we're putting out a lot of extra stuff. Like, if there's a movie that's playing in theaters, I've seen it, I'm going to review it. It's just we don't want to shove all that shit in the show and bog it down.
And
like
so much more.
Yeah, there's a bit more. But yeah, the only way to stay in the loop is by following us, and we'd greatly appreciate that. But we want to improve the show. But that's kind of hard to do when we're going in blind here, Dennis.
That's right. We can only do that if you come on over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review of what you think of the show, how we're doing so far, what you think we could improve, or maybe you just like how it is. Whatever end of the scale you're on, just let us know what you think. Leave us a review. We like to go there and keep tabs on how the show's been going so far and make adjustments along the way, so that way that toast is golden, buttery, delicious as it possibly can be for you, the toasties.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, we want the feedback. We want to change things. We want to make it as tight as possible for y'all. But we can't do that without your participation here.
That's right.
And if you watched or listened, we're just thankful you made it this far into the show. So thank you. But you don't want to do any of that shit. We just ask you to do one simple, free, easy thing. And that is to please
stay toasty.
We're gonna get it one day.
Coast to coast from LA to the east on the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adams bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
Tarzan flicks, so climaxy.
Dude, that song lives rent-free in my brain, man. I've been singing it all week. And I get the lyrics wrong. I'm like, what? Okay.
Right.
And it's like an alarm now. Like, that's all
great.
I hear. Adam and Dennis, like, okay, I gotta wake up now.
You mean you don't wake up to polls?
I do sometimes. That's one of my other alarms. I get that.
Funny.
I got the theme song. I got reviews. Yeah. I just like to listen to our own stuff because
there you go.
Someone's got to do it. Do they?
It's a dirty job.
It is. Oh man. I feel like that was a tight show. 1 hour and 31 minutes.
There we go. They're back in the zone. This is the minute mark we should be living in. We got right to it. So
I don't know. I feel like
job there.
I feel like the news there wasn't much to dive in this week, so we're hitting that point.
It's that stride, but that's the stride that's the stride it should be in for the episode, though.
That's
when
true.
When it's 2.5 hours long. It's
rough.
We're getting long in tooth there. I'll save for later.
Like literally, when I chop up in segments and put on YouTube, the fucking news was like 1 hour and 40 minutes last week, and then the reviews were like 30 minutes.
But like, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's off air. A little unbalanced.
Keep that review. But we got some great fucking movies. I mean,
yeah.
I'd out of all of that, if anything, if I at least convinced you to watch the Jonas Brothers movie, then
I very well may. I like slocky dumb shit.
It was funny. It reminded me. It's like I like the tone of it's like a Hallmark Christmas sort of thing.
Exactly
happening, but with a little Disney money sprinkled in there.
Yeah,
because you had all these cameos and random.
Dude, well, no, that's the thing. Like they started doing Hallmark movies like a week or two before Halloween.
Yeah,
and now they have names in these movies. Like they're starting. For sure. I saw a movie that had fucking Chris Lloyd, fucking Bruce Campbell, and like 2 other people in William Shatner, all in the same movie. And I'm like, what? Why? Okay. And then other random people.
Movie. Oh my god, that's wonderful.
And all these movies are the same, but somehow they're interesting.
They're all willing to fly to Canada. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them's from
money,
Canada,
dude.
so that's it's not even a choice at all. That's
man,
great.
Oh man. There's been some pretty interesting ones this year, but nothing that I'm too gripped in. And all of these like stations have it now. Like Netflix has theirs. Fucking
right. Yeah. That's why I think why I think this one you'd enjoy, because it very much feels like we're in that tone, but for a slightly different audience. You know, they're clearly trying to aim it that specific direction. Well, I can't even say that specific direction because you've got like silly slapstick
It's
kid
a wide
humor,
margin.
and then you have like these very adult raunchy jokes that are just like, what the fuck? You get Chloe Bennett stripping down to her bra and panties at one point in the movie.
Well, why didn't you
And
say that? That would have got me there sooner. All right.
because it's
Come
so
on,
brief
Dennis.
and so fast, and they cover her up so fast. It's
okay.
it's not even worth.
No.
I felt it wasn't mentioned to be in the positives list. It's almost a negative.
You
Feel
son of a
cheated.
bitch. I feel like if they really wanted to win me over, it should have been claymation. Give me some more claymation Christmas. That's what I want.
There is some home movies. You do see like little Joe Bros in the. I don't give a shit.
I don't know them. I'm never gonna know them.
And you'll never know them until you share Christmas with
That's
them.
very true. That's very true.
I don't know. I'm like, that was one I was again. I just watched it for like, I was just like, all right, fuck it. This is
hey, why not? It's new. Fun. It's relevant. I'm like, people like those guys, I guess.
Oh, yeah. You perfect timing there, Jordy. That was, you just missed it.
See, even he gets it. Stripping down to your bra and panties, always a selling point. You got to know how to lead into these things, Dennis.
Hey, I mentioned the parts when they were important and relevant to the story. That was just a little extra. That should just be a little extra surprise that comes in there.
All right, I guess we should wrap this.
I will say. I think one of my favorite songs in the movie, though, was the main song for it is Home Alone the musical.
Oh,
there's a fake Broadway play of Home Alone the musical.
Is Vulcan in it?
No, unfortunately, no. But there's a sing off between an actor that played Kevin McAllister's character on stage, and it's Nick Jonas plays his dad. And they shit on each other about how old they are, and like it's great. That scene was funny, and I liked this really terrible song that they wrote for it. That's hilarious, and
it's like, why has that not happened yet? You know that would make money.
It would. It really would.
Right, speaking of Home Alone, have you watched? I assume you've seen the Fallout teaser or trailer.
Oh my god,
Macaulay.
Yes. I've tried
it's coming soon, dude.
Too many times, actually. It's got to the point where the Fallout fan accounts I follow on Instagram are over examining every frame of this thing for like every bit of, and it's to the point where I'm like, now I don't want to think about it too hard because certain things have changed, especially since it looks like this is vaguely post New Vegas events from the game New Vegas that It seems to be implying a very specific ending to that game has occurred, and it's one that's I don't think too many people would choose. Definitely not as much as definitely more than the Caesar's Legion ending, but the stuff around Mr. House, that and that his character and him getting to basically take over New Vegas on his own. Yeah, it's what it looks like that we're leaning towards. So, but I'm curious to see.
With all that aside, are you looking forward to it? Do you think it's going to be on par or better than the last season? Or
if it's at least as good as the first season, I am fucking sold. That cast did such a wonderful job, and the other supporting cast we're adding to this season. I'm looking forward to seeing them getting added to the Fallout family here. I'm still just as in love with this universe as I ever have been. So. Bring it on. I'm here for it. I was just bummed. They started doing there's a festival they do out in Good Springs, Nevada. They just had it November 5th, I think. That one of the saloon that you start that New Vegas begins at, the small town, they actually have the saloon actually exists, and Fallout fans appeared there. A bunch of the cast of the show were there. Walton Goggins was pouring drinks.
So why were you not there, Dennis? You're not far away from Nevada.
I didn't realize it was I didn't think it was that big. There have been people who it's been a thing that's slowly built up over the years, and this is the first time they've actually sold tickets.
So this is like Lebowski Fest for fucking Fallout.
Yep. You actually get to go to Wild Bill's. They did some deal because that's a location in the game too, and it's crazy how much is correct for that region. Like how many very, very specific references there are to those Prim and all that. So I already told Val we're going one year. So, but
of course,
we got to get those nailed down.
I mean, if you're going, why not geek out? I guess.
Got to go all the way.
Not my forte, but I could see you rocking your vault wear and whatnot.
Either vault suit or NCR Ranger.
Shit.
One of those two things.
There you go. All right, we're just spinning plates here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in 2 more weeks for episode 229.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you want to watch us do a weird pseudo festival test run, it's coming. Follow us on any social @movie_toast. And fuck, we just got another viewer. Well, sorry, we are wrapping this up. Thanks for listening and watching, folks.
Thanks for joining us, Toasties. Until next time.